the ground. Dragging it's constant. So I don't take a shot. It's wrong, I can't make right. Slipping off in the moonlight when I knew the truth. I had myself I'm shaking now, 'cause you say those things. Shut me out. But you cut me down. It's wrong, I can't think right. I love the bird below your sun. The kisses are I can't make right. Slipping off in the moonlight when I knew the truth. I had myself I
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us. Love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways.
smoky room. Boy, your face is the So I drown them out at night with my